Audio Jungle.
Two of Jamaica's most wanted arrested, one fatally shot. The police are reporting that two men who were featured on the Jamaica Constabulary Force Wanted Wednesday's campaign have been arrested while another was fatally shot during a confrontation with the police. Romario Grant, otherwise called Coco, who was first named as wanted in January and was featured on Wanted Wednesdays in June for murder in St. Andrew's Road Police Division, was captured after the vehicle he was traveling in was intercepted on Bud's Crescent in Kingston too. Likewise, 25-year-old Michael Williams, otherwise called Dry Goods, was subsequently arrested in Bourke in St. James on Saturday, September 14, and a warrant was executed on him. The police said he was later charged. Meanwhile, 43-year-old Andrew Powell, otherwise called Killer and Bounty, another wanted person, was fatally shot during a confrontation with police on King Street in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, at about 4:55 on Saturday, September 14. The force said it will continue its relentless pursuit of wanted criminals to bring them to justice. Members of the public are encouraged to report gun gangs and wanted individuals to Crime Stop at 311 or the National Intelligence Bureau tip line at 811. Case dismissed against Irving High School student charged with murder of schoolmate. The St. James Family Court has decided to drop cases against the 14-year-old Irving High School student accused of fatally stabbing his 15-year-old classmate. His attorney, Maurice McCurdy, told reporters that the professed case was not established as the Crown's case lacked sufficient evidence. The defendant was charged with murder and possession of an offensive weapon. Noting that the courts do not sit in a vacuum, McCurdy said it must take the fulsomeness of the law and the facts into account to discharge its duty. Sometimes, however, the suspect is the victim and the deceased is the author of his own demise, the attorney stated. The lawyer, however, stated that despite the court's ruling, the defense expressed compassion for the family of the deceased. He added that while the defense is satisfied with the court's agreement with their legal argument, there is no cause for celebration regarding the case. A loss of a child is a major blow to any nation. It has never been lost on us that a family is grieving, stated McCurdy. The attorney highlighted that he could not go in much details because the family court proceedings are private. The 14-year-old schoolboy was charged in connection with the fatal stabbing of his 15-year-old classmate Ronnie Plummer on April 18. Plummer was reportedly accosted and attacked by a cohort of students upon leaving the premises of the school in St. James. Police reports indicated that Plummer sustained a stab wound to his chest during the altercation with the 14-year-old male student. He was subsequently transported to the Conroe Regional Hospital for medical attention, but succumbed to his injuries during the treatment. South Manchester residents decry deplorable roads. Scores of commuters, including children, had to walk miles in South Manchester on Monday morning after residents blocked the Lanchester to Pewsey Hill main road over deplorable road conditions. The residents have accused the political representatives of neglecting them. "We're tired of this thing. We now have no MP at South Manchester. All we have come at South Manchester from 1989 is money pirates," said a resident who identified himself as Jabi. In addition to the deplorable condition of the road, residents are calling for the repair of Prattville Primary and Prattville Health Center after both were damaged during the passage of Hurricane Beryl on July 3rd. October 24 bail application for accused in murder of Paulswell daughter and mother. Defense lawyers are expected to make a bail application on October 24 for Leoda Bradshaw and her alleged accomplices implicated in the murder of politician Philip Paulswell, 10-month-old baby Sahara, and her mother, Miss Patterson. The date was scheduled when Bradshaw, her cousin, Balford, alleged triggerman David Simmet, and Bijan Black appeared in the Home Circuit Court for a plea and case management hearing. The prosecution was also ordered to serve the settled indictment before the next sitting, at which time it is expected that the Crown will receive the outstanding documents to a Communication Forensics and Cybercrime Division, CFCD, reports and a statement from a security company. Bradshaw, who also shares a child with Powell, is charged with 2 counts, each of capital murder, conspiracy to murder, kidnapping, and conspiracy to kidnapping. Balford is facing 2 counts each of accessory before the fact to kidnap and accessory before the fact to murder. Black is charged with 2 counts each of murder kidnapping conspiracy to murder, and conspiracy kidnapping. He is also facing additional firearm charges, such as possession of a prohibited weapon, unauthorized possession of ammunition, and dealing in prohibited weapon. While Smith is charged with 2 counts each of capital murder, conspiracy to murder, kidnapping, and conspiracy to kidnapping. 2 other men, Richard Brown and Washington Miller, previously pleaded guilty to the crime and were both sentenced. The 10-year-old child and her mother were reportedly abducted from their home on Gilmore Drive in St. Andrew on September 9 last year. They were allegedly taken to East Kingston and shot and killed, and their bodies burned. The alleged mastermind, United States Navy Petty Officer Bradshaw, is Paul's companion. Bradshaw is accused of contacting hitmen, contracting her cousin Balford, and orchestrating a plan to kidnap and murder the mother and child. She reportedly traveled to Jamaica with the sole purpose of murdering Paul's infant daughter and her mother. This happened one day after she had confronted Patterson about the infant on Facebook. Bradshaw is being represented by attorneys at law Deborah Martin QC and Kelly Hamilton. Attorneys at law Tamika Harris and Sasha K. Shaw are defending Black. White attorney law Franklin and Shamar Hanson is representing Smith. Attorneys at law Michael Howell and Vanessa Taylor are appearing for Balfour. No Curry favor. Moreton Maroon Chief Colonel Wallace Sterling says while head of Accompong Maroon Richard Curry has a right to declare support for the political party of his choice, he should make it clear that the position is his and not that of the wider Maroon community. Everybody have a right to support who they want to support. That is their personal choice. If an individual wants to go to a political rally and speak on their individual behalf, that is their prerogative. But to involve every Maroon with a broad brush is not something that I think should be done, because as far as I know, in every Maroon community, there are people who support PNP, People's National Party, and people who support JLP, Jamaica Labour Party, Colonel Sterling told reporters on Monday. He was responding to queries from reporters on Curry's comments at the public session of the PNP 86th Annual Conference inside the National Arena in St. Andrew on Sunday, given that Maroon's often stated position that they are autonomous. Curry, who first appeared at the conference stage with former incarcerated dancehall artist Vybz Kartel, later returned and addressed the cheering comrades, telling them that the Maroons will no longer accept violation of their rights and disrespect. We are here today, we journey far, and we sojourn to deliver a message. They will say I am political, but what do you expect me to do? The point is, we have been soliciting the government for 3.5 years, and to date, they have not responded to us. They have not attended one function, but Mark Golding has. Your future leader, because he has vim, vigor, and vitality, stated Curry, who since been elected colonel of the Accompong Maroon in February 2021, has crossed swords with Andrew Holness' administration and state agencies. The Maroons came here today to deliver a powerful message. Those who think they can undermine the rights of those who were here from 287 years before, we have a sad message to deliver in a few months' time because the people are tired. Poverty, crime, there is so much that the unity of the Maroons and the people of this beautiful island together can share, he told the comrades. The years that were sacrificed for the freedom we celebrate today have given us the open door to a republic, but it cannot be trampled upon in the way that it has been proposed to be trampled upon, which is why we are here to say, time has come. I stand before you as chief of the Accompong Maroons, not as a political entity, but as a proud representative of the Jamaicans First Nation, stated Curry. Our presence here at your 86th conference is both a statement and a gesture. A statement of unity and a gesture towards future mutual respect and peace with Accompong Maroons and other Maroon Island wide, from the Windward to the Leeward, respect to Mark and his administration. When you assume state power, you also have a home in Accompong, brother. Let us embrace unity, respect, and mutual understanding as we move for a brighter future for this beautiful land we love, Curry said to loud applause. However, Sterling, the longest-serving Maroon chief in Jamaica, having been elected in September 1995, said the Maroons prefer to avoid partisan political involvement as they have to engage with the government on matters that are important to them. Whomever forms the government of the day, we have to interface with them. We wouldn't want to sit at a table with anyone who say you have already declared your support for another and not how we wish to operate, he told reporters. At the same time, Sterling acknowledged that previous Maroon officials have been involved in politics. The colonel said, "I succeeded in Maroon Town. G.L.C. Harris, was a senator for quite some time and secretary for the Maroon Council of that day when they had more priority divisions in the constituency. He was a councillor, so there was always an involvement at the level," Sterling noted. He reiterated that Corey had a right to speak in his individual capacity, but argued that no Maroon leader should speak for the entire community without consensus. Against that background, Sterling said that the Windward Maroons started discussion on Corey's comments on Monday. "We don't say things that will emerge to affect us in any way, shape, or form. If it means we have to call him and get clarity, we will do that, but we don't want to see ourselves as Maroons in conflict," Sterling noted. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.